This is an emergency broadcast on aliens. This is not a drill. This shit's getting weird. Okay? Aliens are here, and they've been here for thousands of years. Okay? You understand that? They've been here for so long. They've been here for so fucking long. Without aliens, I don't think that we would be who we are today as humanity, as the human race. Clearly, they came to us thousands of years ago and genetically modified apes and created us in their own image. I think they spliced our genes. And, all these stories throughout the years of these mythical gods living amongst men and these wars in the skies. I think those are obviously wars against other aliens, for humans, for Earth. And once we got to the point where we could start kind of deciphering that, hey, those aren't gods. Those are just fucking aliens. That's when they destroyed the Great Library. That's when they burnt it to the ground, burnt it to a crisp. And they plunged it into the Dark Age. And then they kind of took their foot off the gas. Because before that, all these civilizations were intertwined. They were interconnected. Ancient Egypt and the Aztecs and the Mayas and the ancient people of Asia and the ancient people of Australia and all these places, Europe, were all interconnected. They were building similar buildings, and they had similar accounts of what the gods were, and all of a sudden that all stopped in the Dark Ages, and all of a sudden, the world became a dark and desolate place. I think that is obviously due to the aliens withdrawing a little bit, and then now that we have advanced a little bit, we're starting to understand what really went on back then. And now they're starting to show themselves again, because we're getting to the point where we're going to destroy this planet, and they're here to intervene because they have to. The Earth is too important of a place, because planets that can sustain life are too rare to be taken for granted. And I think that these advanced beings, they know that. And they're not going to let us destroy this Earth. They're not going to let us destroy the world. And here are some reasons why I know that aliens are real, Bob Lazar. Aliens artificially are inseminating people's wives. I know that. I know they're doing that. You know how I know that? Because it happened to me. Okay? They're among us. Aliens. There's shapeshifters, and there's gray aliens. The shapeshifters, they can change their form. They're also known as the reptilians. Vladimir Putin, alien. Jack Sparrow, alien. Dr. Phil, alien. Zuckerberg, alien. Elon Musk, alien. Paul Rudd, alien. Tom from MySpace, not an alien. The list goes on. The only plausible explanation for British accents is aliens. Because, why the fuck would they create... Why would we create the English language and then talk like that? In it, fucking give me a point. In it, fucking Tuesday, mate. Fucking Lori. Oh, we're gonna get on the trolleyway. Whatever the fuck they talk about. It's just dumb. They sound like idiots. That just proves that aliens have a sense of humor, in my opinion. There's a lot going on. There's been countless sightings of aliens in their Tic Tac spacecrafts. A lot of them have been from the Air Force, the United States Air Force. They've been on record. These are guys with long track records and long established and distinguished careers, and they're all talking about these same Tic Tac spacecrafts. Just recently, a pilot witnessed an alien piloting a Skittle, and another sighting claims to have seen an alien driving an Altoid. When will it stop? Cream Savers, maybe? Jolly Ranchers? Fucking M&Ms? I don't know. But I know that it is a big deal that these crafts can move at such speeds and defy the laws of physics that Albert Einstein created 4,000 years ago. whenever he lived. Whatever. Balbazar. President Joel Biden recently confirmed that aliens took him to Hershey Park, and that they smell really nice. And my whole thing with that, with Joel Biden going to Hershey Park with the aliens, it's nice for humanity, for the world, because it's like an olive branch we're extending to them. But we know that aliens now have hair. I don't know if the reptilians do, but the Greys are usually depicted as these little like gray, like little like fucking little nerd creatures. But apparently they have hair, because that's who we went with. He went to Hershey Park with the Greys, and the only people that he smells are people with hair. So if Joel Biden says it, then it has to be true. But at the same time, I don't think they're as they seem. I think these creatures are hiding in plain sight. Even the Greys. If you've ever seen American Dad, there's one hiding in his attic, and nobody seems to notice. But the reptilians, they seem to be able to shapeshift. And they could be hiding in plain sight. That chick on the plane, I don't think she was wrong. I don't think she was a crazy bitch. They could have replaced your closest friends by now. Your family, your drug dealers. They could have sent their real bodies to the mothership. Who knows? Do they replace them, or are they just them? It's really, really mind-numbing to think about. But the most important thing is, if you suspect that somebody in your life is an alien, do not try to fuck them. That can only end badly. It can't end well. I'm gonna tell you that much. I actually once had a sit-down interview with a couple of aliens. They're called Shickety Bobbas. They are the snail lords from a distant planet. They told me that we were created for their own amusement, and we can be eliminated at any moment. Like they're just toying with us. We're just fun. It's like a TV show. Think about it like a TV show getting canceled once it's not funny anymore. But hopefully, we are like the Big Bang Theory, a show that's just never been funny, but it's just been on forever. I know it's not on anymore, but that show ran for like a decade. Hopefully, in the alien world, a decade is more like 100,000 years and not 10,000 years. Because if it's 10,000 years, we're coming up on the end. We're kind of fucked. So, Shickety Bobbas, if you're listening, please don't murder us. I know that governments from around the world have declassified thousands of documents pertaining to UFOs. The U.S. alone has put out 650 first-hand accounts of unidentified flying objects, which now they're calling some dumbass like UAF shit, like whatever, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP, whatever the fuck they're calling it now. It's the same shit. It's still UFOs, but there's something weird about it, because every time that the government comes out and claims, confirms that there's more aliens, the less we believe in aliens. Something's up with that. I don't like it. There's a little bit of a drip feed kind of thing going on, I think. I think we're being a little bit desensitized. I think that's what's happening. I think that they've been putting out these alien movies for the last 40 years and these alien TV shows, and I think that we're kind of being desensitized to the whole situation. Another one from my sources, which I can't disclose, I know that cryptids like the Yetis and the Squatchpotch and his cousin Sasquatch are all alien creatures, essentially sent to monitor us. They're kind of like drones, but they're living creatures. It's pretty magical. It's pretty amazing. But the Mothman is also another one. And I actually had a run-in with the Mothman recently. He raided my pantry and then prank called me for 3 months. Every day for 3 months. I still can't keep cereal or ramen in my home I'm just afraid that he's going to come back. That's also why I got rid of my landline, because that's the phone that he was able to call on. He does not know my cell phone number. So I'm not going to disclose that right now. Bob Lazar. Don't be surprised if in 10 years, Taylor Swift or the Pope come out as aliens. Just saying. If we got shapeshifters going on, one of those two people, or maybe some more, Billy Ray Cyrus or Tim McGraw or fucking Peyton Manning, something like that. Don't be surprised if one of those guys comes out as an alien. The sheer amount of movies and shows and fucking just general media stuff, video games, it just signifies the drip feed. They're just normalizing their presence. So then when they actually do fully disclose and they do show up and they're just on the news one day and they're just like fucking put an arm around one and be like, here's our new buddy. I think that's what they're aiming to do. They're trying to desensitize us to the whole situation. It's a big deal. It's a problem. We need to start digging our holes now so we can go underground, because the aliens are not going to be kind to us. I don't know that for sure. Maybe they'll be sweethearts, but I don't want to take that risk. We don't have a Randy Quaid type to save us. This isn't Independence Day. We don't have a Will Smith that's going to slap the shit out of the aliens. We're dicks to the wind watching all these cats get dogged into oblivion. Okay? We're on our own. Get it? We don't have a Randy Quaid. We don't have somebody that's going to get in a space in a fucking F-15 fighter and fly straight up a fucking mothership's asshole. We don't have that guy. I just don't think we do. Bob Lazar. Forget the pyramids. The Sphinx is at least 7,000 years old. That predates the pyramids by like 4,000 years. Like, what the fuck? Who built the pyramids? Pfft. Who built the fucking Sphinx? What the fuck, dude? Like, that alone shows you that aliens have been here a long time. Stonehenge? Do you think those fucking... Okay, so like the Romans and the Greeks and the fucking Egyptians were like super advanced. But back then, like the fucking... like the people in fucking England were like fucking just dumbasses. Like, they didn't know anything. They didn't know shit. So how the fuck are they going to build Stonehenge, dude? Really? Think about it. Aliens. It's aliens. Obviously. Something big is coming. And I'm not just talking about my fully torqued Redbird. Okay? Aliens are real. They're here. And soon there will be a massive disclosure. Okay? And that's going to change the course of humanity. Okay? Listen to me. I'm telling you. The truth. You heard it here first. Tinfoil hat and all. Put those on, because they can't read your mind. That's why I'm wearing this. Keeps them from reading your mind. You don't want them to read your mind. You want to put it all into a video. Put it on YouTube so then they can watch it. Okay? Bob Lazar. 20 years ago, if you would have told anybody all the shit that we know now, with these, thousands and thousands of documents being disclosed, and these UFO videos, and these accounts, and everything that's going on. See, the aliens are trying to kill me right now. They don't want me talking about this. That's why they got me a little choked up. They're sending little nanobites in through the fucking ventilation system. We need to turn off the air, babe. Turn off the air. They're sending little nanobots through the ventilation system to try to choke me up so I can stop talking about this. But really, no, 20 years ago, if you would have shown people the amount of information we have now, thousands of declassified documents, governments from around the world addressing UFOs, talking about how real they are, having under oath hearings about firsthand documentation about UFOs and unidentified crafts and humanoids being recovered from these crafts. I mean, people would have shit their fucking pants. They would have had a fucking aneurysm. But in the state of the media now, nobody gives a shit. Hawaii's on fire. Canada's on fire. The Amazon's on fire. Kiev and fucking Russia are at war. Fucking half of Africa's at war right now. There's droughts and famine and heat waves and just what's going on? The world is at a precipice. We're getting to the point where the time is ripe for our observant overlords to say enough is enough and intervene. If they don't, the world as we know it might be doomed. It might be. We will go the way of the dinosaurs, you know? And maybe that was by design. Maybe the aliens came here and they said fucking, they did their little thing, their little, and then the dinosaurs didn't turn out quite like they wanted. And then they fucking wiped them from the planet. And they said, we'll try again. Maybe we'll try 2. But you know what? Maybe they're going to do a try 3, you know? Who knows? We don't know. That's why I need to band away. Bob Lazar. Whenever I try to practice karate on the trees in the yard, strange lights can be seen in the sky. I'm not even fucking with you. Every single time I go outside and I try to do like spin kicks and fucking like backhanded back fists or whatever the fuck I'm doing, you can see like weird lights in the sky. It's almost like they're watching me do karate, especially on the trees. And that makes me wonder, are the trees aliens? Am I an alien? Or am I being watched because of the stuff I'm talking about? These little fucking nanobites, they're really getting to me. You know, if I don't make it to the morning, you know who to call. Call the aliens. Call America. Aliens created us, and they can certainly destroy us. We need to band together and develop an intricate system of clicks and whistles so we can communicate in the tunnels and cave systems we're inevitably doomed to inhabit when our alien overlords enslave humankind. That's it. We do. We need to be prepared for when the alien overlords enslave humankind. I love water. I need water. Aliens might not need water. At the end of the day, if we don't band together as a race, as a human race, as humanity, to figure out what the fuck the truth is, we're doomed. But maybe we've been doomed from the start. I hope not. I hope we're in it for the long haul. But we've gone this far in the dark. Who's to say? Girthy Hogs. A Girthy Hogs production.